Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. Glad to have everybody here for today. We got ourselves another update here. This time, mostly on the tropics, my friends. We got ourselves some more consistent activity between the models as we are going to be looking at there for today. We have a new overall update here on the let's say on the big system that potentially could come across the country and all of that. So anyways, but let's go ahead and see who we have here for today. We have Mary, we have Broccoli, we have Roadster, we have ourselves, let's see here, Crystal Miller, we have ourselves Mark, let's see here, we have Kim. What's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here once again for another weather update. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. So we are seeing a lot of rain falling across portions here of Louisiana right now, into portions there towards Mississippi, eventually there towards, and moving its way into Alabama. So, like I said, it's about time the South did get a bit of precipitation. It's actually been very, very, very dry across those regions here for the last while. So this is definitely good for those folks out there in the Southeast. So that is overall some good news. It did look like a little bit ago we might have had a little bit of upper level snowfall across portions of eastern New Mexico. A little bit of precipitation out there. Same thing in the upper northwest. Got a little bit of precipitation out there towards like Seattle. Mostly just west of Seattle, I should say. Out there towards the coast of Washington State. And otherwise, let's see here. A little bit of precipitation rolling its way off the northeast coast. And that's about it. That's in the current field. But let's go ahead and jump on into the future, my friends. We're going to take a look here at the GFS to start things. We're going to see what is going on here. So, obviously, first of all, we have, like I said, that, a little low-pressure system we've been watching on the models here, working its way throughout the, the coast of the southeast. Kind of here for the 13th, which that's pretty much about, like, 2 days away from now. So, we are getting the system. And I have a visitor. You guys want to see my kitty? Here. Let me grab it. Oh, here is my kitty. Say hi to the camera. Oh my gosh. She is the sweetest thing ever. But anyways, yeah, we are seeing that cyclone working its way down. You want back down? Speaking of back down. But yeah, we are seeing that potential cyclone rolling through here. Pretty much here for the 13th. It kind of seems to be like for the middle to late 13th overall. And then, of course, working its way through the southeast for the 14th. But then we have the system down here we need to look out for because the models have been actually hinting towards tropical activity popping through. So we'll have to look out there for that. But in terms of the big storm system here, the models are still showing it. Yeah, GFS is definitely still showing that big system potentially working its way across the country. There still is a bit of things that needs to be worked out because, the models are definitely a lot different than what they were showing yesterday overall. But yeah, let's see here. What's up, Weather Tracker? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Kim says, get why you pass my name up every time. Kim, I said hi in the beginning of the stream. Maybe you didn't see it or hear it. Let's see here. Crystal says she camera shy. Yeah, she just wants to get back to doing kitten things. That's that's what all that's about. But of course, like I said, after that big system, yeah, things become a little bit far fetched. And what? Hold on, what's going on with the GFS here? Wait, I don't think I've ever seen a suggestion here before. So the GFS model has that system, that potential tropical cyclone, working its way out there, right? So you see, and then it just does a complete 180. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now that's not gonna happen. The laws of physics won't even allow for that to happen. So that's just GFS being GFS. But like I was saying though, yeah, the models, overall they still need a little bit of time to work things out overall, for the most part. Let's see here. My day's going good. Hopefully yours is good as well. Let's see. We have what saying hi. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Raw Sheen. What's up? Hope you're doing good. But anyways, yeah, so that's the GFS here. We're gonna hop back to the mainland U.S. here. We're gonna take a look at the ECMWF overall, and we're gonna see what's going on here with this in particular model. Whenever it comes to what we can expect down in time. So obviously, yeah, we have that cyclone, like I said, that little area of low pressure that's going to be rolling its way across the southeast out there towards like Louisiana, possibly driving a good amount of precipitation out there. So we'll have to watch out for that. And of course, after we got that big storm system here, potentially driving up a pretty decent amount of precipitation out there, towards the east, it seems. It seems like the GFS actually, and the ECMWF, kind of agree to some extent, having it more impacting the northeast rather than yesterday. The models were kind of showing it, being very much unknown. It still is. There still is a lot of things that needs to be worked out here between the models overall, but yeah, I mean, there is a big system that is forecasting to come here, regardless. The models have been picking up on that for the last while. So, of course, I would definitely say if you're living in the East Coast U.S., I mean, just watch out for pretty much next week because we're going to have that go on there. Let's see here. We need rain down here in, see here, northern Louisiana. It's been dry and hot summer. Oh, yeah, for sure. I can definitely confirm that one with you. Yeah, the drought monitor out there has been absolutely crazy. But I'm happy to say that you're going to be getting a bit of precipitation. Not just right now, but a lot more is on the way here. Basically for, like I said, the mid to late 13th. And, it's probably going to remain there until throughout the 14th as well. So, it'll be pretty good. It'll be definitely pretty good there because you're going to be getting that precipitation that you definitely do need. It's definitely been very, very dry across a lot of the South. Also portions here in the Central Plains, Midwest. It's been pretty dry out there as well. Is the storm going to hit Jamaica and Cuba? It's possible. It's certainly possible. We're going to hop down to the tropics now, I guess, since we already talked most about that big storm system here. But yeah, no, in terms of the tropics here, the GFS has the system really starting to kind of get its act together, and things are starting to fire off here kind of right around the 15th, the late 15th, is when we get that, centralized low, starting to develop there. So it's not too far down in time, literally about 4 days out, and these things are going to start, to kick off here. But anyways, then, yeah, of course, we work our way down here further in time, and of course, this thing the GFS model has it going over Jamaica, over the eastern side of Cuba, and through the Bahamas. Now, like I said, this is still a little unknown, okay? This is still a little bit of early talk here. I mean, this model's been suggesting the system for days at this point. but yeah, but it definitely looks like that there is a lot of consistency here between the models. So, obviously Jamaica, Cuba, Bahamas, you should monitor the progression of the storm here. But like I said, it is still a few days out in which there is still a lot of things that can, overall change on the system here. And of course, we have the ECMWF here, the European model. Honestly, the ECMWF really doesn't show too much with this. Hardly any agreement going on there with the ECMWF, which is good. However, we have other models though. That's just one model overall, but we have other models that does suggest that broad area of low pressure developing here. This one actually a little bit later than what the GFS model was showing here, so we'll have to look out there for that. We got the Icon model overall, starting to show that low pressure system. So we're still a little bit far fetched. We're still a little bit far out there in order to be exact. So the conditions, obviously regarding the ocean temperatures, which is just one out of pretty much three main factors that we got to look out for. Those water temperatures are in the 30 degrees Celsius zone, which is absolute perfect for tropical, systems and development of tropical systems overall. So it definitely looks like, at least that is in play. It just depends on, the wind shear, the amount of moisture that's going to be present in the atmosphere in order to, kick things up, per se. And of course, like I said, right now the models are still very, very much in disagreement mode, in which they will be probably for the next couple of days overall. Now, we do have an update from the Hurricane Center since yesterday. Yesterday, they had the formation chance over the next 7 days. They had that yesterday being at 20% chance, and now it's at 30%. So they had a 10% boost regarding overall formation chance. And what this means is basically the system has a 30% chance of turning into a tropical depression or a tropical storm within 7 days. That clocking in at a 70% chance it won't, essentially, if you look at it that way. A 30% chance it will, but it is increasing probability. I will tell you that the probability is increasing. It's not going down; it's going up. Since we had that big boost up there, so we'll have to keep an eye out there for that. As it definitely seems like it's a possibility. It definitely does seem like it is a possibility. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. We have ourselves the ensembles. Actually, we're gonna hop over here to the ensembles. Let's see, full screen. So we're gonna see what these ones have to say. I've actually waited to see the ensembles here until I was live here with you guys today. I would assume they're pretty much the same. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Wow, a lot more better organized. Look at that. So yeah, we have. You know what? It's a little hard for you guys to see. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna zoom in. See, we're gonna go up to, maybe if I can do this. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, we're gonna refresh this page here, y'all. We're gonna try to get this back up in business here. Let's see here if it'll actually let me do it. Can I zoom in? Oh, yeah, let's just do it that way. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, back over here to that the overall loop here. We go and work our way down in time. And you can actually see how we get this grouping between the ensembles of a bunch of lows, and then they track mostly over basically like eastern Cuba for the most part, getting right there towards Jamaica overall. What's up, James? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. What's up, Christy? Hope you're doing all right. Let's see here. What's up, Monster? Let's see here. How does a supercomputer hint at something like this? A lot of equations, a lot of atmospheric equations, thermodynamics, all kinds of things. They plug in what we know, all the equations we know, and obviously the computer processes everything and it predicts it in the future. So so basically how this works is we get a lot of satellite information, we get radar information, we get temperatures, weather stations information, weather balloons. We feed all of this data into weather models or into computers, and they output the future, obviously, which is pretty cool. But obviously, the further you go out in the weather model, the more inaccurate it is because, obviously, you got more and more uncertainties that occur every hour you go out further. So, if that makes sense. But anyways, how is Sioux Falls doing? Sioux Falls, let's see here. Is that Iowa? I'm pretty sure you're talking about Iowa, right? Yeah, there ain't much going on in Iowa right now. Got a bit of high pressure across the region, but yeah, kind of boring out there. Not a whole lot going on, but like I said though, guys, I mean, I would definitely watch out for the tropics over the next week. I mean, there's still a lot of unknowns. There is still a lot of things that we don't know, but I will tell you this: the GFS model's been a little scarily, a little bit supportive of this for quite a while, as you can see, which is definitely really interesting. Like I said, this is back, like, let's see here. This is for November. Yeah, look at this. This is November 5th. The model's on November 5th. See here, November 6th, November 7th, November 8th, November 9th. And yeah, so we the last several days of this model, I mean, like I said, we've had dozens, actually over a dozen of runs, and every single one of them does support this tropical system to form here across the way. So, like I said, it's still a little unknown if this thing's gonna, kick off the way the GFS is showing it. But that's that. Is there any winter storms in New England? So Braven, there is a system that the United States has got to watch out for. We got a big trough, a big dip in the jet stream, getting ready to rock the West Coast and work its way to the east here. It is a possibility that it could drive maybe a little bit of wintry weather. I mean, it certainly is possible. It really depends on, how cold of temperatures, gets pushed down in the country, and overall where the precipitation's at. A lot of factors overall, but we are monitoring it. We are monitoring the possibility for some type of system. Obviously, you have the GFS showing a heavy snowstorm for the Northeast, but that's not really known right now. That's pretty far out, which obviously I don't like to look that far out. Let's see here. Iceland. We don't really have any information for Iceland out there. Obviously, you guys are pretty far away. Any of these systems would not affect Iceland. So, will this affect Florida? So, like I said, there still is a lot of unknowns. I'm not gonna jump to point and say no. Whenever we simply just don't know where it's gonna end up. But the models have been continuously hinting the Caribbean, somewhere in here, mostly in this area here, where the model is showing it right now. So I'm not going to say no, but I'm also not going to say yes either. I mean, obviously, I can't say yes to it hitting anywhere except a good possibility out there in the Caribbean. That is all I got for you regarding the track. Now, like I said, right now we're kind of paying attention to its consistency. And how often the models have been supporting the system's existence overall. Like the GFS, the ECMWF, Icon, NavGem. Let's see here. We have NavGem, not NavGem. Let's see here. I don't think we looked at NavGem actually yet. Yeah, look at that. NavGem supports it. My kitten is over here meowing. Yeah, NavGem still supports it. Kind of similar to GFX. GFS. Actually here. Showing that cyclone, actually possibly even a twin, which I don't understand. but yeah, no, the models, yeah, they've been hinting towards this here for the last little bit. So I mean, it's something to watch. This model, NavGem, showing it for the 17th overall. Let's see. I'm concerned about possible volcanic activity. Yeah, we don't really cover volcanic activity. I don't really know too much in the field of that. Yeah, what I know in the field is mostly meteorology, climatology to an extent, but mostly current weather patterns is what I mostly thrive at. Not really not really any. Let's see, was it geology? Yeah, not too much of that. Anyways, let's see here. Ohio going to see rain soon. Crystal, that's a very solid possibility. Actually, I do think it is a possibility. Considering that, we are having that big trough work its way towards the country, it definitely could bring up some rain up towards those regions there, as you can see the GFS. But at least for the next couple of days, probably not. Yeah, probably not. All right, let's see here. Can I check the Vancouver rainfall warning? No, Broccoli, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, rainfall warning is basically saying, hey, it's going to rain. I mean, we could throw out rainfall warnings everywhere that's raining. Nah, but we really don't cover the Canada too much. We mostly cover the states, so yeah, we're not going to be looking at that. But anyways, but like I said, guys, yeah, definitely we got to be on the lookout here for the next several days across the Caribbean. You know me, I'll always be live here for you guys. I'm going to be, do more update live streams tomorrow night. You know me, I'll be live tomorrow night to cover this. Maybe even a video. We'll see how that goes. I've been trying to take a break for a little bit for videos because I've been pumping those videos out like crazy lately, which, obviously I don't want to do too many of them and then get burnt out on it. So that's something I don't want to do. But I'll at least, give you guys updates regarding what we can expect every day in a live stream. So you don't got to worry about being, not informed with anything. We'll still be live. We'll be pushing content regardless every day. Let's see here. Chris says, thanks for the update. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. What's my cat's name? Her name is Everest. Let's see here. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Hope everything is well with you. Hope you are doing good. But like I said, I'm really concerned though at how frequent the GFS has been. Not particularly, in terms of where it's going to be at. As you can see, it hops around a lot. But like I said, the overall existence, though, of the storm, it's been very, very consistent. You can see the GFS, the American long-range model, has been really, really, really consistent on that. Let's see here. Brady says, I hope the model showing snow for me 2 days before Thanksgiving are wrong. I want to play basketball on Thanksgiving. Can't do that. There's snow in the ground. Yeah. Now we'll see. What day is Thanksgiving? Isn't that like the 23rd or something? Let's see here. Is that Thursday? Not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. 23rd maybe. Yeah, I mean 23rd. Yeah, it's still a little ways away to forecast out. You know me, guys. I don't like forecasting more than 5 days out because once you push that boundary, things become pretty inaccurate with the models. Unless you have some serious long range model support, like I said. Say for example, what we're seeing here now with that big system rolling across the U.S. We know there's a good shot that a big storm system could impact the country late next week, but we don't know enough information about it. If that makes sense. Let's see here. 23rd is Thanksgiving. Gotcha. So yeah, that's still. I mean, today's pretty much over, so that's pretty much like 12 days away, for the most part. So yeah, 12 days away is a little too far. That's almost 2 weeks out. A little less than 2 weeks out. Let's see here. See here. Kirk says hello from Very Wet UK. Had rain nearly every day for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Wow. Kirk, I did notice that you guys have been getting hit by those big cyclones up there. Yeah, last week or so. It was pretty crazy. Let's see here. We have Europe somewhere. Where is Europe? There we go. Here we go. Yeah, but you guys definitely have been getting hit, and it looks like you guys are going to continue to see that pattern for a while. Yeah, it definitely looks like system after system. That's just El Nino for you. Not only does it affect the U.S., but it affects the entire world regarding weather, which is pretty daggone crazy. But yeah, no, it definitely does show a lot of systems rolling through according to GFS. Let's see here, European model, which is your version of the GFS. Yeah, showing the same thing. So yeah, you're probably not going to be done anytime soon. I hate to tell you that. Let's see here. It's rare for me not to have any snow in the middle of November. It's the second year in a row, says Brady. Where are you at, Brady? Depends on exactly where you're at. Obviously, if you live up north, explains it. Or down south, it explains it. Let's see here. What's up, Robin? Or is it Robin? It's Robin, isn't it? I'm just dumb. I'm just terrible. Let's see here. But yeah, no, definitely, like I said, it's been a very, very odd pattern lately here. A lot of the north, like we've been explaining here for the last week or so, it's been very wet up there. Pretty wet out there. Overall, a little warmer actually than typical. And of course, we have down south here. Yeah, down south has been very dry until now. Finally, that pattern's changing, which, this pattern's changing, which is causing like the whole ordeal to be changing right on us. Let's see here. Brady says Idaho in the mountains. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, you guys in upper northwest typically see it first. Let's see here. Sure is seeming to have a lot of when you get cold and snow over here, strengthens jet stream, aims right as. Interesting. Yeah, Kirk, like I said, typical El Nino, I'm pretty sure, allows for you to be above average in precipitation. I could be wrong on that. Obviously, I studied El Nino to an extent, mostly on U.S. impacts, but I swear I've seen where UK typically gets a little bit more above average precipitation. But I could be wrong there. I definitely could be wrong there. Considering, like I said, most of my focus is in the main U.S., But yeah, that's something I'll have to look up into. That's something I'll definitely have to look up for. Let's see here. Give me something like that. Enjoy this, like the snow falling from the sky. Yeah, Catman, I agree, but unfortunately for me, I'm in a place now where I'm never gonna be able to see it again. You never know. I mean, it has snowed in Florida before, but it's extremely rare. I believe we had a snowstorm in like the 1970s up in Florida that reached like all the way through Orlando and all of that, which was pretty crazy. But anyways, but like I said, yeah, here in the more of the immediate range guys, what we need to be looking out for is in the south. Actually, if you've gone from a very dry period where you have not seen much snow, not much precipitation at all, and you just randomly introduce a bunch of rain, that is a big problem. That brings out concerns for, rapid flooding because the ground can only absorb so much water at a specific pace. Obviously, whenever the ground dries up and you introduce a lot of water, those holes that the water seeps into gets clogged really fast if you introduce a lot of rainwater. And that's kind of that's what I'm worried about out there towards like Louisiana and stuff. Out there towards like coastal Texas and all. I mean, because you guys see it right now. Here's the current radar. This is current weather right now. And here's the radar view. You can see this big jet of precipitation rolling through. That's not that cyclone I was talking about. That's just a big jet of rainfall. That's this right here. And of course, down in time, we get this guy that pops up here for basically the 13th. Throughout the afternoon, evening of the 13th, obviously. So, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't even know if they have any, let's see here. Is there any forms of watches or anything? I think it might be a little too early for watches out there. But I have a feeling, yeah, I really have a strong feeling we're probably going to see some flood watches. Would not be surprised. Yeah, the only activity we got going on right now is mostly across the upper northwest regarding wind, high wind warnings, wind watches, mostly warnings and advisories. We got a couple winter storm warnings for those upper elevations, but that's a typical thing. Typical thing. Let's see here. Brady says California could be in for major flooding this winter. We had some pretty big flooding last winter, I remember, in California. Oh yeah. We had some pretty deep troughs that worked their way down into, down in the southwest, out there towards California. We had, round after round. I mean, I specifically remember tracking all those rounds. But that really hurt California pretty bad. Which, we'll see how that happens. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a couple of those, but please remember that the subtropical jet stream, where all the moisture comes from, comes mostly under California this year, while the polar jet stream, or the Arctic jet stream, works its way up here from the north heading to the south. That's that. I mean, I would definitely say, more of last year, I believe it was more of like central California got so much rain. It might even be a time for southern California this year. We'll see. Let's see here. I got thunder sleet last winter. That's crazy. I don't think I recall ever seeing thunder sleet. Interesting. Pettis says, have I seen what's going on in Iceland? Volcano? That's what I heard about. But like I said, I don't really cover volcanoes. Because it's not really weather related, but it's science, I guess. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah. But that's You know, that's pretty interesting though. But all right, we're gonna hop all the way back over here, y'all. We're gonna take a look here back at the GFS. So once again, this is the 18 Zulu. This is definitely the 18 Zulu. You know, overall, from what's going on here. So we have ourselves, you know, the 18 Zulu showing the system going right over Jamaica, throughout portions here of Cuba, obviously, and into the Caribbean. Like I said, obviously, you know, I'm not solid on that track. Obviously, we cannot be solid on that track right now, because, you know, there's still a lot of unknowns. And this is still a couple days out before that central defined low pressure gets a hold. So it's going to take a little bit. See here, a whole town's about to be destroyed from an earthquake that is volcanic eruption in Iceland. Well, that's not good. It's definitely not good. Yeah, I didn't really hear much about that. Huh. Yeah, that's terrible. What's up, Finn? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Thunder snow is very odd. Yes. It is. Yeah, whenever you get like high precipitation rates with snow due to all that friction of ice crystals in the mid to upper atmosphere, yeah, you definitely generate some electricity, which can be you know, executed with lightning, which is pretty interesting. Let's see here. Entire Iceland could explode in the wildest scenario. Really? It's that bad, huh? What is it, like a super volcano, or is it just like a normal volcano? Because if it's a super volcano, that could be a problem. Obviously, that could be a really big problem. Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard much about that. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Well, I hope that they're evacuating out there. Let's see here. Yeah, but let's move on from that topic. Let's see here. Weather tracker says if this thing forms, how will the impacts be for Jamaica? So, you know, it all determines on, you know, strength and track. Obviously, both of those are still pretty much unknown right now. We're just verifying the existence of the cyclone, if that makes any sense. But yeah. But I get it. You know, there has been a lot of models that does have some pretty rapid intensification. You know, like I said, considering the surface temperatures, you know, of the Caribbean, the Southern Caribbean Sea, right now, it's very solid. You know, and if all other conditions are met regarding low wind shear and a lot of moisture is met with this low, we could really see some, you know, rapid intensification. So based off the surface temperatures, yeah, check that off, because that's going to be in place for some development. Wind shear, on the other hand, well, it looks like, yeah, wind shear could be a little high, but that's just typical El Nino. I mean, El Nino really brings some heavy wind shear across the, you know, a lot of the country. That's kind of one, or not the country, but the northern hemisphere in general. But yeah, no, seriously though, it looks like there's a lot of wind shear according to GFS here. So we'll have to see how that plays out. You know, that's probably why a lot of these other models aren't picking off as much. Moisture supply, though, yeah, I mean, it looks like there's going to be enough moisture. I mean, maybe a bit of dry air across the Gulf of Mexico could negatively influence the cyclone itself. We'll have to see. Let's see your CMC model. Yeah, CMC has this thing a lot slower. Yeah, CMC has this thing a lot slower overall developing here. Yeah, you can see down there in the you know, the Southern Caribbean Sea how the system is like relatively broad, even at like November 20th, which, like I said, that's a little far for me, but yeah, the GFS. I mean, the GFS has the system popping off early, like literally like 3 days earlier than that model. So, I mean, even timing is still a little unknown, but you know, we'll have to see. We will have to see what pops off out of this. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. JMA supports that low pressure system there. What is the EC Fast? I don't even ever recall seeing this model. Is this a new model? Interesting. Yeah, I don't even recall ever seeing EC Fast on the site here. Wow. Yeah, but GFS goes pretty nuts, though. I'll tell you that one. CMC, on the other hand, yeah, CMC takes its time and sticks back for a bit. Let's see here. Next up, we got Icon. let's see here. We're going to have to drop down to 12 Zulu here. Which, yeah, no, Icon, yeah, does have the thing popping off here for the 17th. So, yeah, Icon kind of agrees there with the GFS. But, like I said, yeah, I mean, it's going to take a couple days before we really understand what's going to happen. But it does look like that generally out of the models here, you know, generally out of the system, that the track of this guy, you know, seems to be passing to the northeast. It really does seem like it could, you know, pull north and then turn to the northeast over, who knows, maybe Jamaica. If you live in Jamaica, yeah, I mean, I would definitely watch out for it. If you live in Jamaica, definitely make sure that you are watching this system because, you know, it could be an impactful storm, absolutely. You know, same thing for Cuba. I mean, just really a lot of the Caribbean here needs to be on, you know, extra alert for this week into next week as tropical activity is increasing. Tropical, you know, probability of, you know, overall is increasing. And right now we have, like I said, the Hurricane Center went from a 20 to a 30% chance formation over the next 7 days, which, you know, is pretty low right now, but it is increasing. And they did just put this out, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday evening, I think, is whenever they put this disturbance, this AOI out there in the southern Caribbean Sea. But yeah, no, it's definitely increasing probability. You know, a lot of the other models are starting to actually pick up on the system overall. Let's see here. So Jamaica, start to prepare. No, I wouldn't start to prepare yet, but I would keep an eye on the news. Obviously, you know, we'll be here to make sure you guys are, you know, prepared for it. So if y'all have any relatives, family, anybody who lives out there towards, you know, the Caribbean, you know, just tell them about the channel. Tell them, you know, just follow along because you know me. I'm obviously going to be, you know, covering this over the next several days. You know, and giving you latest information out there. But yeah, right now there's not enough information to really tell you guys where to prepare for. But I would just keep your eyes on it. You know, if you live out there, that's all I do right now is just watch it and see how things evolve from here. That's what I would say. You know, there's you know, right now, like I said, there's only a 30% chance of this thing turning into a tropical system, but you know, it is increasing probability, so we'll see. Let's see here. But anyways, let's see. So we pretty much covered most of that. So, like I said, you know, we're gonna hop back over here to the U.S. view. But what we really got to be looking out there for, my friends, over the next couple of days, you know, except for that tropical system, is that next big storm system here. You know, it's something to look out there for. There's still a lot of unknowns between that. You got the ECMWF, the European model, and the American GFS. There still is a lot of disagreements. For example, the European model has a trough, an area of low pressure going right over basically southern Canada, and possibly sparking up a big cold front. While you have the GFS, the American model, which has that system a heck of a lot further to the south, which that is two totally different outcomes, two totally different scenarios. What about Texas? So Texas, obviously you got a bit of rain that's rolling through now, but other than that, not a whole lot going on for Texas. Yeah, after this system here too, after this bit of rain, it looks like we're back to dry conditions for the next couple of days. So yeah, typical Texas. You know, typical Texas for this time of the year right now. It's been pretty dry, like I said, out there towards the south, Southern Plains, Southeast, Midwest. A lot of the central U.S. has been pretty dry. But anyways. Well, my friends, I feel like we basically covered most of everything. I think we're probably going to call it an early stream today. I don't think we're going to be on here too much longer. You know, I got some things I got to do tonight too. So, like I said, if you guys did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button if you've not already. It'd be greatly appreciated. And like I said, guys, yeah, just we'll have to keep an eye on the tropics here. We'll have to keep an eye on the overall system that is expected to roll its way down in the country here. I mean, it's definitely something to look out for. Wow, look at that. Hold on a minute. I do want to do something real quickly. Oh my gosh, massive. Yeah, massive dip in the jet stream here, according to GFS. Wow. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Look at that. Temperatures really plummeting. I mean, look at that there. That is absolutely crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I know the ECMWF is showing complete opposite though. Let's see here. Yeah, ECMWF does not show anything near that, so we'll see. Well, I'll be live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. No, I won't be live that early. Let's see here. Wasn't it that area where Sandy formed? I don't know, actually. I know Sandy obviously went up, did a did a pretty nasty turn. But no, I'm not entirely sure. But Broccoli, we will be live tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna go. We might go live earlier tomorrow. We'll see, since it's a weekend. Obviously, I usually go live at this time. That way, everybody settles in from work and school and stuff, and starts to wind down. So I feel like this is a good time to go live for you guys and all that. But all right. Well, guys, I am going to go ahead and roll off here for now. Like I said, once again, y'all, thank you for joining us. Thank you all for being here. You guys absolutely rock. We love y'all. Once again, if you've not already, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Leaving a like, obviously, really helps out the channel overall. So I want to say thank you guys for joining us. But yeah, like I said, whenever we get a lot more information on the system, we'll continue to update you guys on it overall. And we'll definitely keep you guys obviously in the loop of what's going on. But all right, guys, well, you go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, everybody hanging out in the chat. Go ahead and say your final goodbyes. So the stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to go ahead and see, or say, I should say, go ahead and say your final goodbyes. And all right, well, you guys take care. We love y'all. Please be safe, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See you then.